Hi, today's topic is one of those topics that a lot of us might not really want to talk about, even though everyone always seems to talk about it. And it's about sex. Sex on the Couch by Tare Dite Ojoko. This book is wonderful and I cannot wait to share with you. So let's begin. Welcome to Nest Telly. Today we're talking about such a wonderful topic, sex. Sex on the couch. This book is quite interesting, right? It's very simplistic. I mean, we are simplistic people. Here in Nesteli, we prefer things that don't cloud our minds because we're trying to understand it. And this lady went out of her way to try and make it as easy as possible for married folks. It's like I'm talking positions, I'm talking timing, I'm talking like everything. She tried to handle as many things as possible, and she went through every possible thing you can talk about concerning sex. I'm talking of like um, giving head is there. Um, Positions, I've talked about positions, right? Everything. And she talked about things like I think one of the things that made this very interesting was some problems that may show up and how that could affect your sex life. Lower back pain, what sex positions work best for lower back pain. Pregnant women, the more satisfying this thing positions. I'm talking of withdrawings, right? There are drawings, there are pictures. Everything is in this book. The plan is not for this video to be long, but I just wanted to share something with you guys, something I found very interesting, because in the very end she came up with, she wrote like I think 10 or 11 things that she believes that are interesting and simplistic romantic things that you can do in a relationship that would just get the whole sex thing going. But for a lot of us that may not already know, like if you don't already know it, great sex actually starts with the mind. That's one of the first things that we were told. If you took any kind of a sexual other counseling or anything like that, you're told that it's all with the mind. If you believe that you're good in bed, it's in your mind. If you don't believe it's good in bed, you're good in bed, it's in your mind. That's number one. Number two is the importance of communication. If you don't like something, please say you don't like it. We've lived in a time where more often than not, a lot of us, especially women, fake an orgasm. She discusses orgasm, by the way, and the things that can be done to achieve it. Yep. So the things that if you're not having an orgasm, don't fake it. It's hurtful. Yeah, some people say it's for the ego, blah blah blah. The ego is not going to serve you if you're going to be married to someone and you're having sex for 10 years, 20 years, and you're faking it all through. You're doing yourself a great disservice, and that's what leads to a lot of bitterness in marriage and a lot of unhappiness when it comes to sex. The common conversation is that men say that their women is kind of a frigid, they don't want to, but the woman doesn't enjoy having sex with you. That's likely the issue. She said so here. It may not, and it's not personal to you. It's just that they're just not having fun with it. It's like, what's the point? Why am I stressing myself? And the importance of being selfless when it comes to having sex. I can't believe I'm talking about this. This is so anyway. So but here's the thing about sex. Sex is one of those things that a lot of us don't want to talk about, even though it's been talked about consistently. It's everywhere. It's in our music, it's in our movies, it's in our books, it's everywhere. But somehow we don't want to talk about it. So it's quite problematic for me. Like seriously, let's talk about this matter. What's there? Talk about it. It's everywhere. I mean, people are burning children up and down. Why? How is that happening? Is it a miracle? I'll be Virgin Mary has struck again. Do you understand? So it's actually a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like we have to get to a point where parents are 100% comfortable having these conversations with children. Do you understand? If your daughter or son is having issue with sex in marriage, they should come to you. They shouldn't have to run around, look for magazine, look for therapy. They should be able to come to you and say, this is the problem. And daddy can be like, well, when this kind of thing happened to me, this is what I did. And there's nothing like rant aside, okay? But basically, the importance of communication. Don't lie to yourselves. Even if like for a woman, if you're someone that's faked orgasm a couple of times, you can just tell the person that, see, what happened was that I was trying to not to hurt your feelings, but honestly I'm not enjoying this. Do you understand? So that conversation, it needs to be had. Please have it. Do you understand? Communication is actually one of the major things that will lead to you enjoying sex and being excited about it. That's the fact. The importance of fatigue, allowing, when a lot of things are on your mind, and that's another thing. for us women, when you do everything in the house, everything, every single thing in the house is you that does it. Then in the night, Oga still wants to have sex, and you're still supposed to share the sex. So it's like, well, just do what you want to do and leave me alone. That's usually what happens. Like, I beg, see, just leave me, So it's like most times, sometimes I've got someone who I was talking to one time. She would say that she would be doing calculation in her head about some things that happened during the day while she's in the act. She's very disconnected, blank. So the husband says to me, my wife is cold. I don't want to. Do you understand? So it's like you're doing yourself a great disservice. You're doing yourself and the couple a great disservice by not talking about it. So please make communicating, talking about sex very important. Create environments that create enabling environments that make it easy for these conversations to happen without getting so offended, without getting so upset. Like in the end, it's for everybody to enjoy and be happy. You're going to have sex for the rest of your life, but I know, yeah, at a particular age, I don't know when exactly, but at a particular age, you might get too tired, you might not be that interested, or that's the claim, because we know from people that we hear that at 80, they're still doing the matter. Do you understand? So it's like, if you're going to do this for this long, how long can you pretend? You're doing yourself a great disservice. You're making yourself very bitter. Enough with that. So that was something else. She also talked about things like if you want to achieve orgasm, now this book is not just for women, it's for both men and women. I don't think I mentioned that before. It's for both men and women, what the men can do. So it's like at some particular points, men should also read. This is what you should do to make sure that your wife achieves an orgasm. Woman, this is what you do to make sure that you achieve an orgasm. Orgasm for men apparently is not that hard. It's not that difficult. You just come and that's that. For a woman, it could be a process, but sometimes it's just a few little things that are changed and pow, we have a different situation. So have those things in mind, and reading this book would help. Then having sex for the first time, what can be done to make it as less painful and less traumatic, because a lot of us had very traumatic first times. Abi, na lie? Yes, you had a very traumatic first time, so it's like educating those that have never had it before, had never had sex, and would like to, the way to make it easier, the importance of being selfless. I don't even think it can be overstated. You cannot have sex and make it all about yourself. You just shouldn't. If you make it all about yourself, it changes the whole thing. Do you understand? The people that love you will be disappointed in you, and you're just spreading pain. Do you understand? It's one of the few bonds that are shared forever between a man and a woman, and there's no way. Do you understand? There's no way for you to make it all about yourself and everything will be fine. It will start spreading to every other thing if it's all about yourself. So that's pretty much it. I said I wanted to read something. Let me read. Let me go through some of the text here. I didn't write in my notes today because I don't even know why, really. I'm going to give a disclaimer at the back of this, at the end of this thing, okay? Yeah, sexual apathy and how to avoid it. When you just have sex because you're pitying the other person. The art of foreplay. Yeah, this was nice. Mind-blowing sex position, sex for the uninitiated. I'm too pregnant to have sex. Yeah. So they said 10 Nigerian dates and romantic ideas. Let us see. Hey, hope it's easy. Hey, where do you see that thing now? Okay, yeah. Number 1, buy a pack of cards. Basically, get a game board. Ludo, Scrabble, whatever board game. Turn off your TVs and your phone and just sit down, play romantic music and play games. And if anyone loses any round, the person will be punished by doing something romantic. Maybe a long kiss or a striptease. That's number 1. Make homemade popcorn and do a movie together. Dim the lights and discuss lessons from the movie, if the movie was interesting. Go to a park or a garden. Some of us on the mainland don't know what a park or garden look like. Or a lakeside, sit together, and talk to each other, talk about the beauty of the park and whatever. And talk about things like what drew you two together. I talked about the importance of communication. Number 4, if you can afford it, dress up, wear a jacket, go to a fast food restaurant, open the door for your wife, do all the girly things. This is the one that we all know. And then order dinner and then feed yourselves. Go out of your house, hold hands, and stroll down the streets. This, I think, is one of the best. Do you understand? I remember my husband and I doing this a lot when we just started, and it was, I don't know, there was just something about it. It was so cool. Hold hands and just walk. Anywhere you guys go to, that's before baby. When baby shows up, you hold baby's hand. So it's like, but then it's like you hold your own hands and just walk and just and I remember a lot of times people look at us weird, like, what's wrong with these guys? But so go and pray for someone together. Never tried this one before. Go and evangelize before together. Share how you felt when you return. Put out the lights in your room and put on scented candles. Play R&B and hold each other, hold yourselves, hold each other in your arms and dance slowly. Oof, I miss dancing. Okay, so as you dance, whisper sweet words to each other and make each other laugh and forget the world for a moment. This sounds very cool. Plan a weekend hotel getaway together. This works. Save towards it. Look for one that has a pool so you guys can enter water. Then go to the cinema and watch movies. They go to cinema and watch movie. And number 4, which is getting dressed and, and going to dinner, is the one that a lot of us tend to lean to. So it's like it's always just go out, find something, But it's like what I liked about this list was that it just created very non-time and money consuming ideas. So basically, like right now, all I might have to do is just turn out the lights in my house and play music. And so it's like it's not getting dressed, going to book reservations, making sure that dinner is one that I like or the one that my husband would like. Kind of things. Those things have a way of taking up time and then money. Do you understand? But it's just turn off music and dance and then chill. So those kind of things I really liked. That actually made the book very interesting to me. Sadly, I did a bit of research on this book and I didn't find it anywhere else other than Roving Heights, which is where I bought it from. However, at the back of the book, there's I'll keep the link over here. You see it here right now. www.tarediteojoko.com. So I think it will be available there. So if you're outside the country, maybe it's easy. It's not on Amazon. I didn't see it there, but I saw it. Roving Heights. I went to Roving Heights one time and I got it. And the book is a must read. I have to warn you though. Maybe it's different for you than it is for me. But when I read it, I found it boring. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know how that's possible because it's about sex. The assumption is that sex is a very exciting topic, but I did find it boring. I don't know whether it was the textbook nature of it, which it wasn't there, and I don't know why, but I just found it. So it may just be possible that both of us, me and the writer, are just not on the same vibe, because I hear that's a thing. Sometimes the way somebody writes might just not be your thing. So it's possible that's it. I don't know what it is. But I did find the book boring. But if you do get the book, or when you do get the book, because I'm believing that you will, when you do get the book, please read it and share. Let me know what you thought about the book. Was it exciting for you? Did you like it? But exciting or not exciting, it's an extremely helpful book. It is very detailed. It shows you what you need to know, what you need to do and what you need to know. If you're someone that struggled with sex or if you wanted to share with somebody, buy this book. I think this book is a wonderful gift. Give it to someone. Valentine is coming. Valentine is on the way. We're like 2 weeks away from Valentine, a little over 2 weeks away. So yes, so thank you so much for watching. Up here soon I'm going to put a link of another video here about Understanding Sex by Praise Fiwowe. So if you haven't already, subscribe and then leave a comment below about your crazy sex situation at home. Let me just share. Let's know what's happening there. And then thank you so much for watching, and please like this video so that more people can get to know more about this. And woo, bye.